Hello and welcome to the Cowboy for Game Yu-Gi-Oh podcast. I'm your host Jake. Today I'm joined by Kurt from Locals.
Hi.
And Ben from Nolan TCG.
Hopefully we are an upgraded podcast this week.
Yes, we're doing a lot of finesse with the setup, so hopefully it all goes well. Fingers crossed.
We've invested a lot into getting the setup of a bit better quality. We'd had a couple of dips and ebbs and flows in the past couple of weeks, but we feel as though hopefully this time is going to be right. We're on a new mic setup. We're on a new setup for everything. We're going to see some, hopefully, a little bit of a quality of life upgrades. And, going forward, things should go quite well.
Hopefully. So let us know what you think of this week's recording, both audio and visual. But moving on from that, how was our week in Yu-Gi-Oh? Kurt?
Both Tuesday and Sunday didn't go. Tuesday and today, technically, didn't go too bad. I went X1 both of them. I lost round one of Tuesday, and that was against Mermails. Merms. But then ended up beating the person who would have went on to the final. So we ended Locals pretty early.
Yep.
Yeah, so we can eat naan early.
Yeah.
Get that cheesy naan.
But my matchups were Mermails. What was my round two? Oh, Blue Eyes, who I think the player was his first time playing, so I tried to teach him as much as I could about the deck, but yeah. Then I versed Malice in round three. So Tuesday was fine. Sunday today, I ended up versing Jesse playing Fire Kings. Yep. Beat him, played Harry, we're playing Mermails. I finally got my revenge and beat him. And then I versed Ethan in the finals, and Chaos Hunter sucks against Crystron. So, yeah, I don't know. Came second. I'm happy with that.
When you meant Chaos Hunter sucks for Crystron?
Like, sucks against Crystron.
Against Crystron.
Same reason as Lancia beats his deck.
Yeah, but I feel... Anyway.
What about...
I'm too tired for English. Moving on. Ben.
My week in Yu-Gi-Oh! This week at Locals, I got completely dicked on at every possible opportunity. I lost every die roll, and every game 2 I got hit with Hand Trap Floodgate and was like, sick. I did get to the occasional game 3s, but they were only in the instance where I won the game 1. I got dicked on at every possible chance. Like, I got nibbed anytime I had the opportunity to get nibbed. The one time I didn't get nibbed, you better believe a Lancia came out of hand, and I was like, okay, awesome. This is fun. Didn't have the greatest of times. I lost every round. Will I continue playing Malice? Yeah, of course. Am I going to play Malice this week? You'll have to tune in next week to find out. Jake, how was your week?
My week, very similar to yours, actually. Malice is fine in game 1 if you can set up. It's still a very heavy hand trap format, despite the quote-unquote balance that we supposedly had post-Snake Eyes. But then once you get into game 2 and 3, that level 5 light motherfucker shows up. Occasionally Chaos Hunter, but mostly that one. And you just can't play. If you're weighing up the issues of Malice versus Ryziel in the format, once it gets to games 2 and 3, Malice gets fucking dicked on by every hand trap, so it can't even set up a board. Yes. Whereas Ryziel, if they get hand trapped critically, of which nothing exists to the same size or impact as Lancia,
they can still play D-barrier, so you don't get that D-barrier flipped on you anymore.
But even then, if they're going first, you can drop hand traps on them and it's like, oh, okay, set up detonated parts. They still have a board. If someone drops Lancia or Malice, it's, oh, okay, White Rabbit? Maybe? Unless they're playing, bonus extenders. So I just don't... It's not fun. And, I don't understand why Malice gets as much hate as it does, but Ryziel is just like, oh yeah, it's just a little guy. Fuck Ryziel.
Yeah, we'll see how that develops as kind of the next format comes on when we get the new stuff. Also, probably banlist.
Malice, do you put out a Griffin Law? And I know that
they never get that far.
I know they don't get that far, but that's their
really
part.
Get that far.
It's also very weird to hand trap Malice.
And like I said, there's only one you need.
I know that. Yeah. So there isn't. I get you're 100% agree that Ryziel is the better deck and should be hit a lot worse than Malice.
Yeah.
But then
And then quickly on Master Duel, I was having issues with my computer. I completely wiped everything on it, probably losing several important documents, but that's fine. I just wanted to play some Master Duel. And the computer still doesn't work. So, yeah. May get deported and still have to buy a new computer. We'll see.
Where are they going to deport you to, Jake?
I
You
don't
don't
know.
look half Puerto Rican enough.
There's other countries than Puerto Rico.
Yeah, but that's the only country people seem to get deported to.
Also, is Puerto Rico the country or is it the place?
Puerto Rico is technically a state of the United States of America.
Oh, I'm definitely not. Oh, if I get deported there, I'd rather. Anyway, moving on. We move on to some news. This is part of the new setup, so bear with me. So we start with Master Duel. So we get a lot of stuff happening. Firstly, we're getting. What do we got? Oh, a new title. Okay.
The title of Berserker.
Given incomparable determination in the face of endless battles. So I'm assuming you just need to do a lot. Oh, hang on. This can be obtained by dueling in rated duels across 10 seasons. Okay, so as long as you just duel in rated.
You've probably already got the title. Congratulations, you logged in.
Well, I don't know if it does it retrospectively. It might just be like incentive for you to keep playing now in what is possibly the worst format ever conceived. Although there may be an update on that shortly.
The viewers at home can't see it, but there's quite a cute robotic bunny sitting off screen right now as an ad. It's quite distracting.
Oh yeah, and it's advertising it as like a gift that you can buy, but that's 100% AI. That doesn't exist.
You can see Rescue Rabbit on screen, but we see the real Rescue Rabbit.
Yeah. We also have an 80 million downloads appreciation login campaign. So basically, it looks like we're getting about, what's that, 800, 900 gems?
It's 1,000 gems.
Is it 1,000? 3, 4, 5, 7?
It's 1,000 gems.
Yeah, 1,000 gems, and we're getting 3 free packs of the new pack, which will bring
Metal
up
Raiders.
Metal Raiders Dominance, which is the new pack, which will go
I'd
into
rather just get Metal Raiders.
in Master Duel?
Yes.
No,
There's all good stuff in Metal Raiders. Yeah,
not that you can play.
like, true. Look, true.
And then we get a Silent Magician level 8 icon, which is the classic art rather than the new one. Sky Striker Alt Art, Deadline Extended. Not enough people spent the 3,000 gems that required to get the Sky Striker stuff, so they're bumping it out just a little bit longer.
I could spend 3,000 gems to get cards I'm not going to play until we get Yummy.
Good.
Yeah.
You could. Some Red Eyes Black Full Metal Dragon sleeves. We've got a Performage sleeve. No one cares. Plush Fire icon, which will come into our news shortly, and a Time Machine Graveyard Surround. Now, the new pack, Metal Raiders Dominance. So, small.
Yeah, you can't see that far.
So
There's a tour guide reprint.
Yeah, tour guide is...
The rest of it doesn't really matter.
I like calling it a reprint, even though it's not actually printed. Just another pack it can be available.
Persian Impulses in here.
Persian Impulse are...
Can you click on it?
You can click on the images. However, the people at home
I was
can't
gonna
see
say,
that because that's not where
You'll
the
have
camera
just
is.
seen the Impulse and the tour guide, the ones that we already mentioned. But we also get the Magistus Chorizo. I don't think that's how it's pronounced, but
That's how we've always said it. We'll continue to say it that way.
But yeah, the main archetypes that are getting support in this, I think Goblin Bikers get their last few cards.
Yeah.
The Metal Foes Retrain stuff comes out. Oh, not Metal Foe.
Look, I'm not going to down it.
Metal Morph, that's the one.
Yeah.
Metal Morph Retrains come out.
There's a pendulum monster on screen, and I'm like, that could be a Metal Foes.
Well, that is a Performage.
Oh,
The new
I
Performage
see.
stuff is coming out in this set.
Then we
And a bunch
just
of other
got it
stuff
right.
I do not care about. Yeah, no, none of those are important.
Dominus cards.
Yeah, the Dominus cards
are
are
what we're here for.
huge. But yeah, the new Forbidden Limited list coming into effect as of April 10th is also here. So Forbidden Beatrice, so now she's dead in all 3 formats.
Finally.
About time for her to go. Although, is she in Duel Links?
Yes.
Okay, you can
I
still
believe
still
it's
play.
also banned in Duel Links.
Good.
Oh, okay. But more excitingly, possibly for Ben, Block Dragon coming back to 1.
I'm real confused by this. Jake messaged me saying, I'm sure you can gem that FTK now. Look, probably, because all the other stuff's still legal. I just need to check if Linkross is legal.
No.
Linkross is not legal?
No.
Yeah, probably not then. So
Surely.
you can still have a Union Carrier, and a Union Carrier equip this from deck.
I don't know if Union Carriers are banned, is it?
It was not banned originally, I'm just hoping that it was never banned in the meantime.
I mean, there's a lot of cooked shit in Master Duel that probably shouldn't be legal, but they're just like, it's fine. Like, Verte is still legal.
Verte Sem Gemini.
Also limited, Sanguine Kaiman, because people still refuse to
insist on
not
playing
play that deck.
Yeah.
And then unlimited, Perlily.
Is the quick play spell limited in real life?
Which one?
Damn.
The Kaiman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
So Kaiman's there.
Not my Dragon
Build
Maid
Spell's
Searcher.
1. Chandra's there at 1. What else is there?
Something.
Hydra at 1 on my ban list.
I wonder when we'll get that, if we'll get that. But then finally, Master Duel, we have the upcoming Loner campaign. These are for the new two
Tactical Tridecks. But I still have to keep telling Jake the second one is Rescue Ace.
Super.
Yeah, because I think because they started announcing the other one, which will come up in a minute too, I keep getting them confused.
Yeah, I've also noticed a lot of people call the new ones starter decks. Remember, they're not getting starter decks.
Ew.
The Tactical Tri-Set has just replaced the deck building set.
Wait, the deck building what?
Deck build sets. So like Justice Hunters.
Oh,
They seemingly are replacing those with... It's either they're replacing the deck build sets or they're replacing the duelist packs. We're not sure what they're replacing yet,
I feel like it
but
should be.
one is being replaced. The duelist packs have been shit for years. We haven't been getting the duelist packs for years.
But we also only had one deck building set last year.
Yes.
And we also don't have these.
Yeah, so the reason why we missed out on a lot of sets last year is because we didn't get duelist packs either. So duelist packs were our imports in our main sets. So we ended up just not getting those sets as well. Which meant not many sets.
But yeah, similar to what they did with the last set of tactical tries, we will be getting them in the Master Duel as a loner that we can try first.
Which is interesting because Rescue Ace is still quite a good deck in there.
Yes, because they refuse to hit the Snake Eyes cards enough. Although
I'm sure
I don't...
it's not going to be in the demo.
Oh, 100% no. Well, they might put in just the OSS.
Potentially. However, no.
Yeah, highly doubt it.
That one's still fucking there.
So, May 24th these come in, and the other ones were around for quite some time. And they also get a solo mode just to give you some incentive to play them so you can just go in there and get some gems and some assets, I think is how they structured it last time. Already went through that, I think. Oh, other than the fact that Fire is coming back with the errata. So, OCG, they have their ban list. Came into effect literally 6 hours after the last podcast that we did.
Didn't come into effect yet.
Oh, true.
It's effect April 1st. Just everyone in the OCG throws their hands up and goes, what's the fucking point? And switches to the new ban list. Well, rather interestingly, we'll probably... In time, we might start to cover like more Road to the King decklist stuff coming out. A bunch of events happened in the OCG this weekend that were just current ban list, no new sets allowed. It was weird. Because I was like, time to see the yummy lists. And I was like, they're all playing old ban lists. And they're all saying like, new set not allowed. So interesting. Like a couple pre-release events happened where we saw some deck lists coming out of. But for the other stuff, just like hard to know.
Forbidden, we have Artifact, Scythe, and Summon Limit, which is just healthy.
Completely fair. Cards that should have been banned already for them.
Yep. Limited.
Imagine how fucked it is when your 7th Tachyon can also search for lands. Oh, it's not lands, sorry, Scythe. And then you can pop it yourself with your own Detonator. Your opponent uses a card, you go, Detonator, pop my own Scythe.
Yeah, it's actually shocking that card lasted as long as it did in the OCG.
Yep.
Sword Ryziel having been limited.
Yeah, fair.
They have Tachyon to search it. Doesn't really matter. Although, does it search that?
Well, my prediction for this hit is that this stops you access X and Ice. You still need a hard draw X and Ice.
Well, X is also at 1 for them.
Yeah. So X is at 1. Swords at 1, Tachyon
is at 2,
at 2,
Bonfire's at 1,
Bonfire's at 1. Like,
yeah,
they've nuked every card to search for those pyros.
Their OCG still insists on just limiting cards, not banning them, because people love to play their decks when they get attached to them and they're worried they ban them, they won't play the game anymore. It's going to just keep happening. If the deck's still good, like Snake Eyes was, they'll just be like, and Ice to 1?
Yeah, I mean, I think everything in Snake Eyes in the OCG is still at 1. So
Yeah.
theoretically, you could just still play Snake Eyes with a bunch of non-engine, and it'd probably do exactly the same thing for the most part.
Yeah.
Which is disgusting to think about. Dimension Shifter and Dormouse also having been limited.
2 Malice
I hope
hits.
this Dimension Shifter hit comes to us.
Oh, that'd be so nice. It'd be just in time too when Malice stopped using it.
It's right here. Malice
um,
stops using it.
7th Tachyon having been limited as well. Is that the
Ah,
Searcher
it went-
for the
it went
Searcher?
to 1.
No. That's the Searcher.
That's the
Yeah.
Searcher, not the Searcher for the
Seventh
Searcher.
Ascension is the Searcher for the Searcher.
Ah, okay.
But yeah,
And then Grass looks greener.
They're
Coming back
from-
down to 1.
there had been a lot of lists popping up of Malice grass decks, just Cyberse piles. Because imagine deck having Fairy Tale Snow and Malice cards. Yeah.
Brings warmth to my heart.
Who would have guessed that that's good?
Any limits? Nope. Semi-limits. Oh god, that's
May as
fucking
well-
horrifying.
Let's scroll down.
I'm just doing little bits at a time.
I don't know if they're showing up on screen for the people though.
We might not be far enough down.
Yeah.
So Cyberjar coming back up to 2, as well as Pearly's Sleepy Memory.
Sleepy.
Sleepy? And then Unlimited, we have a few.
That's a lot.
Avatar Kieran, 2 to 3.
Shouldn't have known.
Monkey Board, 2 to 3. Chronograph Sorcerer, 2 to 3. Chronograph was a weird one.
I don't know
Masterpiece.
why they ever hit Chronograph.
I think it was like a thought of like, oh, this will be what they jump to after Astrograph.
Yeah, they limited it because they were like, well, we can't ban the other stuff. We're going to limit everything.
Masterpiece from 2 to 3, terrifying. Morphing Jar, 2 to 3. Snatch Steel, 2 to 3. And Barrage, 2 to 3.
I still insist that Masterpiece isn't that scary when you can just imperm it.
True.
Oh.
I mean, it's one of those things, right? You always remember how terrifying it was back in the day. It's kind of like,
Significantly less hand traps to deal with it.
yeah.
Do they have Trident?
Yes.
Okay.
They have one Trident.
So,
But no Brawl Ball,
No,
right?
they have actually banned Brawl Ball.
oh,
It's not a thing of Brawl Ball's also at 1. Brawl Ball is banned.
So, yeah, that's coming into effect
April 1st.
Tuesday. Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday's April 1st.
Tuesday, yeah.
All right. Now we move on to some news from the Duelist Advance that's come out. We start with Primite. For reasons I don't fully understand, they are now a fusion archetype. So Primite Fusion, Fusion Summon 1 Dragon Fusion. What?
Is this just name confirmations?
No, it's the effect as well.
Do we know we're getting this stuff?
No.
This is Duelist Advance.
This is the third.
I'm getting confused with Duelist Lance and Alliance Insight because I'm like,
No.
they both have an A in them. I'm like, sorry. Anyway, Primite Fusion.
So, normal spell, Fusion Summon a Dragon, monster from your extra deck by shuffling material from your graveyard and banished, including a normal monster. Banish this card from graveyard, add a level 5 or higher Primite. No one's using that. And then the Fusion monster that you're supposed to make, but you probably won't. It's a level 8 Earth Dragon. Gains 1,000 attack for each normal monster used for its fusion material, so it'll be on 2,600 more often than not. Not amazing. Negate the activated effects of monsters your opponent controls whose level, rank, or link rating is less than or equal to the number of normal monsters in your field or graveyard. So
That seems
there's
busted.
not enough. Well,
Yeah.
there's not enough normal monsters.
No.
Like,
You can play 0. Or you can play the 1 Blue Eyes by Dragon.
yeah. So what? Level 1s, and that's it.
Yes. Sage can activate.
Woo!
And they're
And their blue
Level
eyes will be
1.
bigger by the time they summon it, so it
Yeah.
will no longer matter.
why
Um,
is this sourced as being in Master Duel, by the way?
Yeah, the leak source is odd. I don't know where they've gotten this information from.
Because I think that it was leaked.
It's in the code for Master Duel?
Yeah,
That's bizarre.
I think it was leaked through Master.
That's really interesting.
But considering this set's not even printed, how is it they have data to enter
don't
into
know.
Master Duel?
I don't know. 'Cause
Unless maybe it's like a back-end thing with Neuron, like maybe they're getting ready to put it
Yeah.
into the card database.
my thing is that they're about to put Primite in.
What if they just give them all the Primate stuff at once?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. But there's
fair.
other cards then that would sort of what's the something?
Yeah.
No. Like prove you wrong is the word I'm trying to think of. Debunk. That's
we'll,
the
we'll
one.
find out.
Yeah.
Yes.
When they put it in, who knows? They could put all the Promite stuff in at once.
So the main thing with this is that it's terrible if you're summoning that specific target.
But can't that target just flunk it at your opponent?
If you have what, like
Because it counts
8?
normals in grave.
Yeah. Negate the activated effects of monsters your opponent controls whose level rank is less than or equal to the number of normal monsters
So
in your
you can
field of
turn
grave.
up all level ones.
Yeah,
It
like
stops Snake Eyes.
you need to have a metric fuck ton of normals in your field or grave for this to matter at all.
It stops Snake Eyes. They knew what they were doing. They were like, well, we haven't banned Snake Eyes yet. Snake
And the
Eyes
other-
is still in Master Duel.
And the other problem
In
is
it goes.
too, this shuffles the material back from your graveyard. So you've robbed yourself of 2 materials
problem.
potentially to make this.
Is it with different names?
No.
Oh, you can put both your Blue Eyes in there. Guess what? No more Sprite.
Damn.
No.
It's so it's
Sage
it's
also
bad.
count. No, Sage Spirit also count as a normal while in grave. Or
Does
is it
it?
just in deck?
I think it's only in deck.
Fuck. Anyway,
Yeah. Like this target, garbage. If you make another target, guess what? Blue Eyes already has their own fusion spell that does the same and pops a card. And is quick play.
yes.
But is it searchable? Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Go Machine, go! Moving on. Oh, God. Vanquished Soul getting support. We start.
Is this also sourced from Master Duel, by the way? I just want to confirm this before we keep going.
Yes.
So strange.
Yeah, very weird.
Someone in the comments or in the Discord, please fill us in as to how these leaks are happening. If
Yeah.
you know, please tell us.
I'm not going to go into these because I don't care enough. They get another monster, 2 new monsters, and a new spell, a field spell.
Field spell.
What does the field spell do? Does it search?
Um,
Yep, it searches.
Add one
Yeah,
to
but you
the
have to have one
monster with
on the
different
field.
attribute.
It also targets. I don't know if that matters for them. Yeah, look,
Oh, if it would be destroyed.
this just from initial reading, this support sounds good. One's
yeah.
an Xyz, by the way. The second is an Xyz monster. Without no pictures, you can't tell, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's 2 level 4 Vanquished Souls.
Is there an
Detaches an
alternate-
Earth, pop a card.
Is there an alternate way to make it?
Um,
Oh, it can, yeah,
doesn't
by using a Vanquished Soul or a Raffle the Vanquisher.
okay.
So the
Sure.
rock can count as a rank.
And then the Rock's an Earth, which give you a pop.
Oh, and then you can exist on top of it with itself. So if you have one for the last turn that has no materials, you just whack it on. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, it
What
is
was the
good,
first?
but also this archetype sucks.
What was the first one?
The first one was a level 5 main deck monster.
So it doesn't play in the league.
So reveal another Vanquished Soul in your hand, special
Special
summon it.
summon it.
Okay, so it gets the monster on the field if
It
they've
steals an
opened shit.
opponent's monster.
Take control of one or special summon
Is that
a
a quick
non...
effect? It is. Okay, it's
Yeah.
quick effect steal.
And then it special summons one from deck as well if you reveal Fire and Dark.
Look, it's a quick effect steal. This is the problem.
Mm.
But it's the one with the lowest attack.
Yeah, but they still.
So if they let...
normal
Yeah, but
summon.
if they let you go too far,
True.
There, fair.
yeah. Like, why
Good
did this
support.
deck have to get
Don't
support
like
of...
the deck.
Oh, God.
Well,
I hate it. I hate it so much.
It
It's
had different
okay. You're
support.
getting Orcus support soon.
Yeah, it's not going to matter if they still make things easier. Some more
Just have a
announcements.
less
These
attack monster.
ones are also coming from Master Duel.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is weird. So
Flame Sword.
Dark Flare Swordsman. You take no battle damage. Blah 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 blah. I don't particularly care about that. Testina. I definitely don't care about that. The Dark Aqua though, that's at least intriguing. This. If this card is normal, special summon, add a Testina from your deck to your hand, except itself. Your life
is
Testinas gain 1,000
Is
attack.
this their yearly TCG support, by the way? Are they OCG?
Yeah, I'm assuming it is,
Flame
because the
Swordsman
next
was a-
one is Inferno of the Ashen. So,
I'm actually curious what this Inferno does. As you scroll away from it.
well, you're talking about the Flare Swordsman, and then you wanted to learn about the other one.
Yeah, the Ashen
Well,
card.
can I finish the Testina?
Oh, okay. I didn't realize you hadn't continued.
Okay. If this card is sent to the graveyard while there is a card in the field zone, special summon this card. Also, you cannot special summon from your handed grave except Testinas. Not amazing. Alright, continuous spell. Inferno of the Ashen. When this card is activated, place the field spell from your deck face up in either field zone. You can target one face up card your opponent controls and a level 8 or higher Dark Pyro monster in your graveyard. Send that card on the field to the graveyard. You
This
can do
is
special
crap.
summon it to the opponent's field.
This is crap. It sends their card and then gives them the board wipe, which you can then fusion someone with, but like good luck. Look,
But
it's
you can't do it on their turn.
yeah, not fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, you can't polish a turn, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's what we know so far. Like, to give them only one card of support,
That's what they used to do. They used to give one
Yeah.
card of support for every TCG archetype.
and that's the best I could come up with. That seems so
Look,
so ass.
not every card can be double agent. Oh, double agent, double helix.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time since we've had a double helix.
Yeah, it has been.
Now, Leo Wizard, the Dark Sage.
I specifically wanted this card red because I was told it was a floodgate.
Yes. So let us go. It is a spellcaster Dark level 4, 1350 attack. Monsters whose original level was 4 or lower with more than 1350 attack or defense require 1 tribute to normal summon from the hand.
That's fucking weird, floodgate.
Yes. At the start of the damage step, if battles are light, you can destroy that monster. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, add a monster with 1350 attack from your deck to your hand. I don't know how many of those targets there are.
Really strange.
Yes.
But
It's just adding itself.
I feel like Power Filter's better.
Huh?
Power
Yeah.
Filter's just a better card
Yeah.
than this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not an amazing card.
It's just 3
Nouvelle.
gates to put into floodgate.
We cookin' with new nouvelles. So, continuous spell. While control a nouvelle monster, all face-up monsters your opponent controls are changed to attack position. Very important for that deck.
Is it?
Yeah, they need attack position monsters to be able to tribute your opponent's stuff.
Okay.
So if you just kept everything in defense mode to disrupt, you couldn't do that, but now you can't. Each time a monster is tributed by a ritual monster's effect, your opponent pays 850 life points. Got to pay for your meals.
Well, we can just confirm that we're still recording. We're still recording, people. Good work.
Yay!
Hopefully we haven't popped the mic too much.
Hopefully not. What was I up to? Yeah, pay
We're reading
850.
ritual cards, so...
Yeah, but they're nouvelles. I like nouvelles. We had to read your fucking terrible Ashen card and your fucking terrible floodgate. So let me read. Let me read. Let me read.
Card. Look, off you go.
Once per turn, if you special summon a ritual monster or monsters, except during damage step, target one of them, add a recipe or nouvelle card from your deck to your hand, except a continuous spell, and if you do, increase that monster's level by 1. Also very important, because they summon up to 2 levels higher than their original level.
This archetype really needs a busted card, and that's not it.
Ooh, a Light Fiend. Ooh. If this card in the field is tributed, I think the highlight for this one is it's a level 3 Fiend that can get itself back to the board. So,
No, the good thing about it is that it's a light fiend, so you can go into fiends.
You can
Yeah.
summon it off Tour Guide.
Yep.
and then
Yay.
Angry Burger. This card is always treated as Hungry Burger. Ritual summon. You can only use the effect of Angry Burger once per turn. Reveal this card in your hand. Add a nouvelle monster from your deck to your hand. If you do, shuffle this card into the deck. And then it can summon another Hungry
sorry.
Burger.
Is this a card you would ever summon?
I mean, you can. The fact that it's treated as Hungry Burger and it has an on-field effect means you don't have to play the vanilla if you want to do like the funny board wipe that the deck's capable of.
But you can summon Hungry Burger.
But you can't play Hungry Burger because you're playing 3 copies of this.
Huh?
Because this card is always
It's
treated as
always
Hungry
treated
Burger.
as-
It
yeah.
even is in deck, so you can't play 6 copies.
Ah.
So like, why would you not just play Angry Burger? Because it searches at least if you draw it.
Well, you played 2 and 1.
No, fun fact, you can also just summon this card from deck.
No, you can't.
Oh, because it's got the attack
2000
restriction?
attack and it
Yeah, it's
has
dog
more
shit.
attack.
I spit.
I mean, the fact that it can just search stuff and is just a Hungry Burger in the deck for the board wipe is
yeah,
enough. That's all it needs to do.
sure.
I expect
Um,
Jake to be playing this when it comes in.
Yep, I'll play it with Dogmatica
Oh,
and
cool.
rip your extra deck apart. We have new Morganite cards. They start with a monster though. So Morgana, the Witch of
Oh.
Eyes. So it's always treated as a Morganite card. When your opponent's monster declares an attack, banish a Morganite spell trapped from your grave. Spell from your grave, negate the attack.
Since they didn't give it the Necros treatment.
If this card is normal special summoned, add a Morganite spell from your deck to your hand. If you have 3 or more Morganite spells with different names in your graveyard and or banished, you can make the attack of all face-up monsters your opponent controls 0. And then the new
Fine.
spell,
I want to know what the spell says.
the spell I've read. So, can't activate monster effects from the hand, normal. You can normal summon level 5 or higher monsters without tributing.
Okay.
You do not pay life points to activate spells or traps.
So It's good for Solons?
Yes. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then reveal a Morganite card in your hand, place the revealed card on the bottom of your deck, then draw one card. So if you draw multiple of the same Morganite, you can put it back and get something else.
So I
Okay.
can just bring out the good cards for free.
Yes.
Which is, I suppose it's important for Slifer and Obelisk, but if you tribute summon Ra with no monsters, it has 0 attack.
Can't you use its effect to lower your life points and gain the attack?
You can do that.
That's how Ra works, yeah.
And then if they chump block you at all, you lose, because you have 1 life point left.
Yeah,
It's okay, you can activate Solemn Judgment for free.
Yeah. The problem with this is similar to the Monarchs, in that I'm sure it can do some cute stuff, but it's only used for evil.
You summon a monster, a tribute summon monster. By this effect, it does not count as tribute summoning them, correct? They are normal summon, not tribute summon, because you have not tributed.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that this is support for
Yes.
Monarchs. If anything, it's support for Horus. Not
I'm-
Horus, because you
I'm-
can't.
And normal, so you can still tribute something.
I'm just not sure whether or not God cards specifically say this card must be tribute summoned. Because they all have the special summon lock on them.
True.
Yeah. Just curious about that one.
Oh, true. I think it might be you have to tribute 3 monsters in order to do it.
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Also,
because who
your
reads God cards?
masterpiece doesn't get an effect off if you use this.
Oh, yeah.
Then-
I mean, you can just normal summon the other ones without tributing, and then you keep your spells and traps,
Yeah,
which,
which is
depending on
fine.
the hand, is important.
This doesn't help your masterpiece that much. Anyway, next news story, Jake.
Next, we have
There's a lot of news today.
the Japan
Speaking
Championship
of
prizes.
Yes, speaking of God cards, I say
Look at that segue. For the Japan Championship 2025 being hosted in June, they get a couple of things. So I think it's entry get the sleeves. Hang on, here we go.
Top
So-
64 get the playmat.
Yep.
There's gonna be like 4,000 entrants, so like that playmat's gonna be pretty rare.
The artwork for it looks really nice. Also, that's the prize card for this year, the new Another Verse.
Yeah, Leo baited me by telling me that it meant that
Yeah, 'cause he put it
was
through-
linked into other things. and
Yeah,
then
because
it's
he
a
put
Gemini.
it through Google AI, and it's like, this is likely a Gem Knight or Ignister card or some shit. And I'm like, it's neither of those. It is a vanilla.
They say requires 3 tributes to normal summon. So,
So
I-
not support for
No,
God cards.
I think that still dodges it.
what, meaning that you can just normal summon them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do believe that dodges it. Off you go.
Yeah.
Off you go.
Do you think?
Yeah.
But also in that championship, we get...
Prize cards in our staples.
yeah.
We're
where's
not
it?
reading the.
No,
we're
no,
not
no.
reading the flavor text.
No. I'm trying to find where you get the
Vela?
Vela.
Yeah, it's right there. It's the prize card. Scroll down one more line. It's right there. Ultra rare for first place, super rare for second to fourth. They all have the stamp.
That's the normal prize card. That one.
Oh,
First to
first
64th
64th.
gets the Effect Vela with the YCS logo on it,
Fine.
which is cute. Token featuring Yami. Oh, okay. So if you play 6 rounds in the preliminaries. But they do single elim, right? So like,
Yeah. Is it single elim? I'm not 100% sure on that. I think it's double elim.
okay.
Double elim until you get the top cut. It's single games though. So
And
it's
then-
best of one. There's no
Yeah.
Yeah.
no
and
game
then
2, no game 3.
Those that are playing 8 get the sleeves featuring the pentagram, which may or may not be on your screens now,
It's off
depending on
camera.
how it's capped. Okay. Well,
Yep.
there's that. Those sleeves right there. They're getting some cool stuff.
Yes.
I hope this filters down to us.
No. It will not.
It'd be nice if it did. Speaking of filtering down, we have the announcement for the next tactical tri decks. These ones are a little bit
again,
different.
not a tactical tri deck.
Oh,
this is
tactical
not a
tri
deck.
pack.
This is what we
Okay.
talked about earlier, maybe replacing the duels packs.
Okay, so sorry, the tactical tri packs. So it's different in that it's a pack and not a deck, but it's also different in that we're getting new support for these 3 decks.
It's different in the fact that they can short print them.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
So
Some
we've,
short print starter decks.
so we've got what do we got? The Dark Magician of Destruction, being the Dark Magician archetype, finally getting support. Shout out to Loza. We have
Ritual support.
It's definitely going to be
Mas-
ritual support.
It's Dark Mask Heroes.
Masked Hero Dusk Crow.
Yeah.
Shout outs to people who play Warriors because they love Nibiru. And then Makunko, the Uzuhime, the Manifesto Makunko. Fuck everyone that's played that
I
deck.
think that's going to be a link or a fusion, but hey, there's going to be like multiple of each of these cards probably. Like, judging by just the way duelist packs used to work, they're probably going to get like 6 to 8 of each card. Yay.
Yeah. Do they have a release date for this?
Yes, the 28th of the 6th.
Where's it?
Right in the center of the screen, if you scroll back down a little bit. There you go.
Ah, okay. That's relatively soon.
Because it's a main set. Like, it's one of their sets that they get.
Hmm.
Remember, they're
Wonder
running
when-
out of packs.
Wonder if we'll get that.
Probably next year.
Speaking of when we get it, God knows I don't want it. Sky Striker cards. So they get a new Link 2, which reads pretty much like a custom card.
Yeah.
If this card special summoned, add a Sky Striker spell from your deck to or graveyard to your hand. What are the materials? Do 2 Sky Striker Ace monsters. So you could just do drones and Ray.
Yeah. Or, wait, aren't the extracts bases?
Yeah.
So it's drones into Kagari, add back drones, activate.
Those two. Add
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, but why would you do that with Kagari? Why would you not just keep it?
Because add back your drones.
You don't want drones unless you're doing shitty.
No. It gets you 2 names to go into Link 2.
Yeah.
Then you can add Engage.
Because it doesn't say.
It's not a Link 1. It's a Link 2.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. You go drones,
Yep.
normal summon Ray, Link 2,
Oh,
and then you've saved the Kagari.
I'm just saying there's a world where you only have 1 card here.
True. Can it be used as link material though? That's
Doesn't really matter that much. Remember, send off linkage. Send off the spell.
true. Yeah,
Send
you
off.
can just get rid of it. Also, attributes itself to summon Ray and Rose from the deck and graveyard
That's
as a
broken.
quick effect. Yes.
Yeah.
And then a new spell, Lemnis Gate. Target an equal number of Sky Striker Ace monsters and Sky Striker spells in your graveyard. Shuffle them into the deck. Then you can return to the hand up to 1 card on the field for every 3 cards shuffled.
Well, if there's one thing we can look forward to, it's the fact that these are both going to be secret rares in Duelist Advance, and thus expensive.
No idea where that's come from. Oh, it would have come from the stream that they did.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
come
yeah.
from the next stream.
And then we have our Alliance Insight cards having been revealed. I believe this is also through Master Duel,
Yeah.
which is really weird. Let me check.
There's a lot of.
That's a lot of Mitsurugi cards, is what that is.
I don't think
Yep,
that's-
Master Duel.
It's not even done wrong.
So this is all cards for Mitsurugi, which have
Are they
both
all
their
cards from
OCG.
Mitsurugi?
Yes.
These are a lot of cards that don't seem like Mitsurugi in here. No, it's
There's
not
also
Mitsurugi.
some fairy cards.
We're getting support for Valkyrie, Jake. Valkyrie support.
But it's not named
No,
Valkyrie.
some of the Valkyrie stuff's not named either.
So I don't particularly care about any of these. Does anyone want to read these?
Look, unless any of these cards say add the spell that skips your opponent's turn, that's the only thing I care about.
No.
One of them does add continuous spell, but I don't think
It's a
any
quick
of them.
play.
Yeah. Toxic Boxfish, which is a synchro card. Where's the
Okay.
Mitsurugi card?
It's really strange to get these without card images.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another trap
It
monster.
really disrupts the flow.
There we go, Mitsurugi. So they're getting another main deck.
Said normal summon or tributed, it searches. Add one Mitsurugi monster if it's normal or if it's tributed.
Yep.
So you can tribute
then
it from deck, add starter, off you
Yep.
go.
you can also attribute it as like a Dingizu effect to protect from destruction for the other reptiles. They get what is effectively a kaiju. Special summon this by attributing 1 other reptile monster from your hand and 1 monster your opponent controls.
Look,
But you can't special summon except for reptiles. Oh no.
it definitely adds to the pureness, like the pure build.
Yep. Another ritual. Monster your opponent controls is 800 attack. Reveal this card in your hand. Special summon a Mitsurugi monster from your deck. Then tribute 1 monster you control. If this card is tributed, add a Mitsurugi card from your deck to your hand, except itself. Then special summon this card.
How do you make a TCG 107 move? You just make every card say add.
Remember, the first support already lost to Droll. The second support's just gonna also lose to Droll.
And then a quick play spell. Tributes a reptile and then destroys a face-up card, which then triggers the ritual to summon the self back and then blow up the board again. And then a continuous spell. Your opponent can't target Mitsurugi ritual monsters you control with effects of monsters that were special summoned from the extra deck. That feels too filtered. They probably could have just gone that can't be targeted by monsters.
Yeah, I'm sure it probably plays into the lore somehow. Normally, effects that do that do that.
If you have a spell in your graveyard, tribute 3 monsters. Oh, dear lord. Here's the original.
It's the tribute the 3 rituals.
Tribute the 3.
Get
Make
some
your opponent
crazy
banish
effect.
exactly 8 cards from their hand, extra deck, field, and/or graveyard.
Face up.
Wait. You can banish exactly 8.
Yep. Make your opponent banish exactly 8. Hand, extra deck, field, graveyard.
And that's referring to the story of Susano.
Yes.
Cut through 8 clouds.
Yes. I remember when Susano did that.
It was a great day. Terrible day for Cloud.
Yeah.
TCG reprints for Quarter Century Stampede. We got a bunch of these. So the ones that
No,
have
we
been
didn't get a bunch. Officially.
officially, we didn't get a bunch. So officially, we have the Arcana Art of Dark Magician, Eye of Timaeus, the Wind Up Carriers and Matey.
The banned Wind-Up Carriers and Matey.
Yes. The Agent of Mystery Earth, not currently banned because it's not currently good. And Double X Saber Hyunli.
Actually, really needed a reprint. This card's like $30 US for the cheapest version.
Card is very expensive. Then the other one
Second round
was
of official announcements.
Gozen, Tenki, Noble Knight Maraud, Zaborg the Thunder Monarch, and Xyz Universe.
Fair. The Tenki's good.
The Tenki is good.
Zaborg is fine.
Yep.
I don't really get the point of Gozen. Maybe it's because all the others were printed already.
I'm surprised that Gozen didn't already have
Yeah.
It
But-
did.
No.
a
Not
QCR.
Oh, not a QCR.
Like,
Yeah.
all the others got printed already. They're like, oh, I may as well print all
Might
of
as well.
one game.
If you're
Yeah,
going to have one, you
exactly.
might as well have it pretty.
Yeah, exactly. But that then brings us to probably the biggest news story of the week.
Unofficial reprints.
This is heavily redacted, and I personally think it's fake.
Now
Now that I've covered myself legally.
Yeah, these reprints that may or may not be real, and were posted by YGO first, so at them if you have a problem. So they've revealed a Dragon Master Magia reprint.
Huge reprint of True. Look, the reason why I don't think it's real is because it seemingly is being held with a Deli Duo. If we go back up to this image, it's being held with a Deli Duo, which means that it's in the main pool, which means they'd print it as every rarity. Like, I can get behind this being in the Nostalgia pool, just to kind of keep it still hard. You can't pull the QCR, but you can just pull the Platinum Secret. Keep it as a hard card to get.
Yeah, okay.
But the fact that it's here with a Deli Duo makes me think, look, I'm going to have a little bit of skepticism until it's in my hands.
Oh, hang on, here we go. All come in the usual 7 rarities, except those with an existing QCR printing, which
Yes.
only get printed in the other 6.
That's why I said,
Yeah, so that's
that's
for
why
the
I
main pool. So it's in the other 6, but it still won't be a QCR.
yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Is like,
No.
I see it as being in the Nostalgia pool and keep it as being hard to get. But
No,
the
no,
fact
but
that it's
that's-
in that picture with a Deli Duo, which is in the Nostalgia pool, makes me skeptical.
But that's what I'm saying. The main pool has that rule.
The main pool has those secrets. Secret rooms.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just saying, if this
You're
card is in the main
saying-
pool,
Yeah.
this is available in all 6 rarities, not including QCR, because again, 7, I'm leaving that number out for a reason.
Yeah.
Means it's going to be really easy to get.
Well-
like, absurdly easy to get.
Yeah. Well,
Given that it was never like a chase card for meta relevancy, it
Yeah.
was more so for the fact that it was nostalgia and a QCR. I still think the QCR will hold a tremendous lot of value because it's not like people are going to be
Yeah.
getting this to play it. No one's playing this card.
Yeah. No one's playing 10,000 Dragon either, but it's not reprinted it.
Did we get a reprint in
No,
the TCG?
Not 10,000 Dragon, no.
but this card is technically not meant to be like 10,000 Dragon.
So from this report, we
It is.
have
They
what is
just
it?
decided to make it that way.
92 out of 305, so a little bit under 30% of the two. Of the,
Oh, that's good. There.
We could very well come back later tonight and have the rest of them announced, but at the moment, this is what we're dealing with.
We might. So from the main pool, we've got some Mermails, we've got Cyber Dragon, Ghost Ogre, Snow Rabbit, which I think is the original art.
Yes.
We've got some Monarch reprints, which is cringe. Lunar Like Tiger in a nice rarity will be good.
Miscellaneosaurus is neat.
Oh, no.
like- I have it, ever it's not the gold rare. We've got Feedash,
B-dash. Bragg will be over the moon.
Yep.
Apprentice Illusion Magician, which is the Dark Magician one and not the Illusion one.
The fact that Sook is in here makes me think all the danger is going to be in here.
You would think so.
Yep.
Dusted Gold, great reprint. Chamber Dragon Maid, which will be in a QCR.
Yeah, which is going to impact my slightly sun-faded Starlight Red.
Just a little. And then
TC
some
Kill
Live
We're
Twins.
probably going to see a lot of
The
Live Twin
Astral
stuff in here.
Kariba is a good reprint, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
I found that.
it's weirdly expensive.
Yeah.
Not for good reasons, though. It's a floodgate card.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Lady Labyrinth Alt Art.
That's a quick reprint, which makes me think that the Diablo Star Alt Art's probably also going to be in here.
Probably.
You would think so. Memento Anguish. That's a good one because it was a niche set at the time.
Yeah.
And like it only got better after like 3 different rounds of support.
Yeah.
Vanquish
probably-
Soul.
Probably going to see all of the ES cards in here. Probably.
Engraver, as we
Engraver.
thought, it was going
Yeah.
to be put in here. El Shaddai Winder, the Dark Magicians, sure. Desiree, Black Rose Dragon.
Black Rose Dragon.
I missed the Engraver announcement, though.
Yeah, me too. I don't know where it was.
Well, I saw the Desiree in some of the images, so I kind of just figured that they wouldn't just reprint the Super Fusion.
It also means we're hitting Engraver.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Why did they put Black Rose Dragon in there?
This card.
It's probably in the nostalgia pool.
It
No,
would
this
be a
is the main
QCR.
pool. This is main pool card.
Also, it already has a QCR?
You got a QCR
That's
in
a waste.
the tins where
Ah.
you could just get it.
It's a huge waste.
Yeah.
Oh, this might be the alt art. Is it? Maybe.
Doesn't say
It doesn't
alt
say it specifically, but
I
it
don't-
makes
I don't
sense
think-
if it was the alt art.
I think it was just the normal.
It actually looked really good if it got a nice rarity in the alt art. But anyway, Crystal Wing, Crystal Clear Wing Synchro Dragon.
Crimson Dragons, though. That's pretty
Go to the Deep Beyond. Big Eye, Abyss Gaios, Giant Hand, sure. Typhon, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Heat of the, excuse me,
I
sorry.
think all the Charmers will be in here.
Traptic,
There's already to see 3 of them on screen right now.
Traptic
a couple of them
Sarah.
were before.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
some of them have already been done.
Some of them already.
Splash Mage is a good one. Terraforming, sure.
Lullaby?
Lullaby of Obedience, Left Arm Offering, Hero Lives.
Hero Lives is a good print, I think.
Meteorus Drytron and Drytron Nova.
Seventh Ascension.
The Searcher
Seventh
for the
Ascension
Searcher.
is-
Yep.
I saw that and was like, thanks, fuck, I didn't spend money on this.
Different Dimensional Ground's pretty good.
Yeah, DDG.
Karma
Karma Cannon, Big Welcome.
The Karma
Transaction,
Cannon I'm actually happy about.
and Transaction Rollback. That's actually a decent one too.
Yeah, big reprint there.
Nostalgia. I'm just going to pick out the main ones.
The Dark Magician in Red Dark Magician,
The Arcane
I'm actually pretty happy with that reprint. I like that art.
Delinquent Duo is good. Bountiful Artemis is kind of cool. Not amazing, but
Yeah.
cool.
Emma's Blade's a cute reprint.
Grapha, Leviathan Dragon,
Good guys. Good.
Gear Gigant,
Yep.
Void Trap Hole,
Whatever.
Slushy,
The Wyvern Burster.
Wyvern
Yeah,
Burster
Serpent.
and Collapse, Silent Honor Arc, Galaxy Soldier, Backjack, Brilliant Fusion, Disgusting Was Not
Finally,
Ulti,
Backjack will have a non-gold rare print.
Invocation, Gross,
Wave.
Wave King.
In the
I
Nostalgia Pool.
think that gets banned.
Yeah, look, if we're getting rid of Engraver, I don't think we need to ban Wave King.
Well, we're not going to get rid of them. We're just going to limit them.
Yeah, which I think actually fucks around their ability to make rank 6s conveniently.
Oh.
Because they lack the extra resource Engrave to get back to double summon. It chokes them out of a lot of their other plays.
But once Wave King's gone, could you bring back the old Lacrima?
No. Just because of the burn.
Yeah, that burns fucked.
I mean, it's not great, but also they're not summoning the High King Caesar anymore.
They could just summon Beatrice.
Well, no, they couldn't do that. Except in Rush Stores, maybe.
Okay.
We have not yet confirmed.
We haven't confirmed that yet.
But yeah, we'll probably get a lot more of these over the next couple of days. Is there any cards that haven't been announced that you're wanting to see?
Not ones that weren't already pre-announced, like Metamorphosis.
Okay.
This
So
is
you're pretty much happy with the rest of this.
We have entered the countdown as to whether or not they reprinted the hero card.
Which one?
The hero card that everyone was spamming. In the
Oh, yeah.
code. We're gonna find out whether or not they can legally reprint it.
I want the Kagari.
Yeah, Kagari would be nice.
Sure.
Just bring down the value of all the other ones.
Exactly. And also, it's very hard to find an ulti that's not within a set.
Everybody wants one.
So, moving on, we move on to some questions which are in our Discord. You'll find the link down in our description below. Feel free to jump in, say hi. So, our first question this week comes to us from Ryguy. What is the worst trade you've made?
I don't know if I've made some horrendous trades. Like, I've had made trades before, been like, man, I got shafted. And then 6 months later, been like, fuck, I'm a king. So, like, back in the day, I traded away a Clearwing Synchro Dragon for Toon Kingdom.
Yep.
Because I really like Toons. I was, like, pretty fresh back into the game, had the Clearwing, was like, well, I'm not going to summon it. Anyway, I'll just play this deck over here instead. And then Clearwing became, like, the meta where you had the Wind Witches, and you also had it in DDD. So, like, price of it went bang. Very expensive card. However, immediately got reprinted and then became worthless because it was printed in the Good Battles of Legends set. So
Yeah, where everybody got everything.
$100 to $8, and here we are with Toon Kingdom just kept going up and up and up and up and up and up and up.
Yeah, that thing reprinted for ages.
Yeah, I sold them after they reprinted the ulties because I got the ulties and like sold my secrets for like 50 each.
Dang.
Like I still was pretty well off on that, so I can't complain. I don't think I've ever made like hugely negative plays that have bitten me in the ass. Like
never trades.
Yeah, like I've traded away cards and been like, I probably got the bad end of this deal, and then reprints have immediately happened. And they're like, fuck, this is great. Like when I traded I traded away the Dark Lord stuff.
Oh yeah.
So like that whole engine, because I had opened up a shitload of that set, traded it all away for like not some magnificent stuff. Kind of got shafted, but then again, got reprinted all not too much later after I got rid of it, and I was like, wait, I've just won this deal. Awesome.
Yeah, I don't know if there's like a lot of fluctuation in the trades I've made. I've definitely made some regretful sales. Yes, a few of those.
To be fair as well, like post-COVID, no one really trades anymore.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't really happen anymore. Like it might happen to a point at local levels, but like when you go to an event and things, people aren't generally like asking for your binders like they used to. I remember it used to be like pretty much immediately after your match finished, either your opponent or someone that was watching behind you would be like, "Have you got a binder?"
But yeah, like
it's one of my binder looks like shit because no one's asking for it, so I don't maintain it.
Yeah, like the last time I think I made a trade was like when Ulti Firewall got printed in the OTS pack.
Oh yeah.
I think someone pulled it at locals and was like, "Oh yeah, I'll trade it to you," and then like looked through my binder and a couple of things. But even then, that was like 3 years ago.
Ever since COVID, I think just everyone has gone into that mind state of
I'll just get it online.
exactly.
I need a card, I'll just get it online.
Yeah.
And then next and last question for this week will come from 656. What style of fidget toy / object, sensory toy, random object on your desk, do you prefer? Do you want it clicky, squishy, spring-loaded, malleable?
None of these things. I don't like fidget toys.
Yeah, I'm not about that.
I'm very conscious of the fact that it annoys the fuck out of everyone around me, so there's no need to have it.
I'm clicky.
However, my go-to fidget toy is the corner of the playmat on a podcast where I do this.
Yeah, I suppose my fidget toy when I'm at my desk is Pokemon Go. I'll often just sit on that and catch things while I'm doing stuff.
Like, the only thing that I have on my desk at work outside of, like, I've got the Auto Walker Pokemon Go. That does its own little business. But I have, like, one of those grip things. So I'll just, like, kind of sit there and just, like, squeeze as I'm, like, going through my computer. You know, got to get those hand gains.
But that concludes us for this month.
666 did also comment on the YouTube channel. Thank you, really appreciated. I think he also tagged us in
Oh,
the Discord.
he did do in the Discord,
Really appreciated the conversation that we had last week. So, yeah. Thank you for the positive feedback.
And it was definitely because we wanted to discuss that very important topic and definitely not because there was fuck all news.
Apologies for the crap audio last week as well. Hopefully this week is better, although this is, again, we're testing the setup. We haven't done a full run-through of this yet. Hopefully you enjoyed the setup. Hopefully we didn't pop the mics too much because we did do a mic test and then these two immediately started talking louder once we started the podcast.
What do you mean?
You will notice that at the start, if you're watching the video, I start checking our audio levels to be like, these are all redlining. So hopefully it's not super blurry. If so, we'll make sure to fix it next week. Yeah, do leave some feedback as to whether or not you enjoyed this form of the podcast.
Yes, but yeah, that will conclude us. Thank you all very much for listening and watching. If you are watching along, feel free to like and subscribe. If you are listening, feel free to favorite, jump into our Discord, ask us some questions, give us some feedback, and we'll catch you all next week. Peace.
Goodbye.